Good evening. How are we doing, guys? Going to be doing main account expert. What's going on, Alan? Not yet, guys. Not yet. Got to get the clubs up a little more first. We're getting close, though. Thank you, Alan. What's going on, Ben? Yeah, hopefully we can just, get ourselves a banner in this tournament, and that said chest gets us club ready for Masters. So one of my goals was to hit 100 million. We're there. Thank you, Johnny. And the other was to, get my driver up just a little bit more. Level 5 Thor would be preferred. And then I think I'm going to risk it. At least once and see how we do, right? All right, so first hole. We won't need it, but just because. What's going on, Cornbread? All right. Hopefully I can play better than I did last night. I was having a rough day, even after the tournament. I played for a good while and it was just not on yesterday. It's not a bad thing to do. If you're not adversely, like if you're way above the pro level, then it's kind of dirty. But if you're there at the pro level with your clubs or just a little above it, then there's nothing wrong with that. Usually, really, I'd suggest getting 2 or 3 banners in pro before moving up for the balls. It's that if you don't use them in tour play and you use them conservatively in the tournaments, you'll have a good stockpile after like 3. So this account's running low. We got special balls, but at least we got some major balls still. What's going on, James? John? Sandy? Welcome all. Steven? Bill? Do my best to keep up on this for everybody. What's going on, Tim? Michael? Thank you, Sandy. I could use a little luck today. Get me back on track for the upcoming rounds. All right, take the eagle. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel, David. Welcome in. I think this is the most viewers I've had in the first hole ever. So that's awesome. Brian, what's going on? Strange, James. Very strange. It's not me. Yeah, it's hot here too. That's a good question, Brandon. So good news for all my familiars. Um, I figured out how to hook up to the Wi-Fi even though I'm running a landline cable. It's my computer. So no more cable plugged in, which means hopefully no more screen disconnects. Um, that's it's a little vague. It's hard to what specifically are you looking for tips on with wind? Interesting. Sorry, James. What bot? I'm not even sure what you're talking about. I don't think Brian would have done it. And ATM's the only other mod. I haven't seen him in the chat, so hey, Ian, welcome in. Oof, that could be trouble. That could be real trouble. Whew, at least I snuck out of there. Good play from there. Really not going for the pin here at all. Just trying to get it up there. Just kind of curious to see how much that slope is affected on the side here. Ooh, that was way hot. Slope saved me though. Hey Lenny, missed your message. Thank you. I doubt that's true, Alan. Because then nobody would be learning from streamers, right? Well, that's awesome, Cornbread. Usually things work pretty well. The only time I've had issues really is when Streamlabs was acting up. My net's good, Wi-Fi signal's good and everything. And as for the cool people in the chat, you can thank the people in the chat. Alright, we want... It's the one hole I want to bring the Goliath for sure. Thank you, Don. That's hilarious, James. I'll just make sure to put in snipper. Well, thanks for stopping by, Bill. Appreciate it. Sky, for rookie, you should be probably using Marlin whenever you can get away with it. And Quasar Navigators most of the weekend round. Nice shot. Well, that's nice. We can't get less than a birdie. We got out the birdie anyways. A little more backspin. Some heavy tailwind. I'd like to think so, David. It does happen. Believe it or not, I make mistakes. Sometimes in many bunches. Hole 4. Still want to switch back to my Saturn just in case I end up with a funky shot at some point. So I forget to switch my long iron all the time. What's going on, Fred? Hey, Helios. Solid shot there. That one scares me, an expert, just a little bit. Hey, Clifford. Wow. Right to the tippy end of that one. I don't like it. A little too far for my liking. All right, up and safe. Touch more topspin. Yeah, Ian. I actually was thinking hammerhead. It sucks because it's a level 2, but I still prefer it. Um, just in case I do need to have some topspin. Like if I ended up short and had to take the curl shot, my Guardian only has the 2 topspin still, I believe. That scares me on that shot. But it's all my max sniper is still the 172, so I think they have the same yardage roughly. Yeah, and unfortunately, I am not the best player at hitting perfect. You know, I have my days where I'm off, and those days can lead to a lot of different shots on the same hole. I trust my sniper. I'm comfortable enough with that bounce. I may be just bringing a power four ball when it comes to the weekend round, just to make sure everything goes smoothly. Yeah, Max Guardian, but I don't have a Max Guardian, unfortunately. All right. Still gravy. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Playing with the club you're most comfortable with is usually the right call, unless it's like, if I needed the big dog, like I need 15 extra yards, then that's a no-brainer, you know, but when the difference is typically going to be a couple yards, 2 yards or something, and it's not the backspin that I need. So that's the other thing. I mean, if I need the backspin, then it's a Guardian thing. I'm not a fan of the Guardian, but I still pull it out when I need to. Oh, not full curl. Not quite full curl. Would have liked to maybe it would have been good with that full curl. Hole four, Tim. I'm not surprised. You know, I don't think it's a bad play to bring the Guardian there. I'm just not a fan of it. And when I can use a sniper, I do, basically. Woo! Awesome. Thank you, Brian. You are the man. It will. It's definitely going to be harder. Like you have to get up there, unless you're playing power four ball. Yeah, I got to go watch Spencer's round later. Yeah, it's gonna be a bounce shot most of the time when you use the sniper. But that shot's very doable if you know how to approach it. Just don't do more than 3 topspin is like the cardinal rule. Otherwise, you will fly past the green and leave yourself, 3 rings of space towards the end of the rough, at least. 4 or 5 is probably better. But that spot you pick also dictates exactly how much topspin you need. So pick your spot and go for it. Get that spot down. Oh, I didn't want to play the shootout, but now I'm going to. Let's try. This is why I like the Goliath in this hole. How is that great? That looked like that was right through the center of the target. Too much backspin with that wind. All right, hole 6. We're still set. I like this tournament because it's not forcing me to change my bag constantly. Ooh, Frank's in my bracket too. I don't think I've ever played anyone in my bracket, at least not qualifying round. It's happened once or twice when there's 100 people in my bracket, which makes more sense, but never played someone in my qualifying round in my bracket. Come on, let's match up. Gotta be someone besides Frank. Come on. Expert Ian? Maybe it'll at least give me your replay or something. Like, I thought that's what they did when they didn't have somebody. There it goes. This is such a crazy little course. Like, it's one of those, it's really not that hard in terms of you don't need crazy overpowers, Um, most of the greens like on the par 5 are reachable outside of the last hole. That one's a doozy. But it's the like shapes of the fairways and the undulation and the amount of sand everywhere and stuff. It's a tough one. You got to play very perfect. It was more great than I wanted. I actually was going for great there on the left side, but it was more than I wanted. Hopefully it turns out all right. Not bad at all. And the reason I was going for great is I didn't over adjust for the wind for the curl. So to counter that, I was going for great. Hey, John. Not going bad. Not going bad. Playing just solid golf. Can't complain. Let's hope this turns out all right. Looking good. Ooh, man. So I found the secret to that approach is left spin. It doesn't feel like that's what you should be doing, but left spin there causes you to slow down when you hit that hill. I had the babyest touch of topspin on there. So really we just want no topspin, just that left spin. When we get that measurement down, we're going to get that sucker to drop. Hey, Juan. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Would have been nicer if it went in. But I'm not upset with it. It's going to be a tough shot to sink, you know. It's not going to be a very common albatross that we see. All right. Play that rocket. Hey, Troy. Not tearing it up, but we're not doing bad at all. -8 through 6, so just on pace. On pace for a -11, we'll count it, just because that we know that last hole. We got to count the birdie, at least this round. If we can dial something in, then we can start counting it an eagle, but would have been closer with the perfect, but it wouldn't have gone in. Little off. Um, as long as we make this easy putt, we will be -9 through 7. Definitely going much better than last night. Granted, that was my baby account, and I was a little nervous, you know, not because I didn't really think the clubs could do it, but I was just nervous for the account because it's its first time in expert. And I choked a little bit, made some stupid mistakes. So I'm happy to have a solid round to follow. It's not over, but as long as I can avoid a water hazard on 9, we will be okay. Yeah, Jesse didn't have a bad day. It wasn't a great day for him, but he didn't have a bad round at all. But yeah, it was pretty unanimous. There was something in the air last night, I'm telling you. Ah, forfeit. James. I mean, first time an expert. Can't beat yourself up too much. And you tried that stupid ball on the first hole, and that probably didn't start you off right. But it was a good stream, you know? I felt for you yesterday, but it was still fun to be in there. Fun to watch you go at Masters. So here I'm switching back to the Goliath as a just-in-case measure, basically. Oh. Yeah, because it's so easy to confuse first tee to third tee and 15-mile-an-hour winds to 3-mile-an-hour winds. You know, James, I gotta say, at least you are definitely not a sore loser, man. You stay in a pretty good mood even when you know it's going downhill. That's very commendable. Hope this plays right. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Nice, Fred. Very nice. Oh, Brendan, no. Yeah, I've done that before. I've never done it twice in the same tournament. I have 0 drop frames, Clint. Try a refresh. And welcome. If you've been hanging and just watching. It's probably right about mid. Let's check that out. Bouncing between so many damn clubs. It's hard to, I start losing track of which one's which at like mid and stuff. So yeah, just about. Darn great. That's all right. Still a birdie. Cannot be upset with on track. Not on this one. Get in the hole. Nope. Wasn't watching, but that looked like he used backspin. I've done that before, Ben. Believe me. I did that with a sniper or a quarterback though. Just, and I don't normally do that kind of stuff in a tournament. I've done it in tour play and stuff when I just switch out with a new club or something. But tournaments not usually. And I definitely did it in a tournament. Thanks, Stacy. All right. Need at least that birdie. Really would like to get this eagle here. We're going to go big topper. We're going to open that pin chest. We're going to freak out a little bit on this drive. Just a little bit. Nothing serious. We're going to freak out a little bit. Big topper's accuracy scares the crap out of me. Not sure what that's about, James. I've never set up any bots or anything, so it must be a default or something. I wasn't watching his whole setup, but that doesn't look good. Man, you got up there though. Is that enough? That seems like a lot of curl. Oh yeah, we're there. We're there. That is how that shot is done. Next one's the important one. Thank you, Daniel. David? You can do that same shot if you have a high enough level Apocalypse. I'm pretty sure you can make it with 3, but you'd have to move up further and you'd have to definitely utilize all that curl. But I can't give you the spot on that. The big topper shot is fairly straightforward, though. If you, I think you need a level 4. I'm guessing. I've got a level 5. Little further back than I would have liked. So we got all the room in the world over here. Damn, not enough. I needed a touch of overpower to get up there. It's one of those things you'd rather land short than long, because if you hit that fairway, you could bounce too far and go water. I'd much rather be taking a sand shot than retaking that shot. I did, Tim. I think we just need to go power 4 ball on that bad boy in the weekend for that approach shot, and it will be no biggie. Ah, damn it. All right, minus 11. It's fine. Definitely would like to get this eagle. For that rough bump, Tim, I'm telling you, it's 2 left, 2 up. 2 top, 2 left. Or I'm 2 back, 2 left, I'm sorry. You just got to hit the right spot in the rough. I'm not upset with it. You know, it's for sure going to get me through, and it's an acceptable tiebreaker. You know, can't be upset. I'd like to hit that minus 12 as my benchmark for the weekend round. You know, no less. But I am not upset with that for a qualifying round. He like knows I'm gonna forfeit and he's just waiting. Take a look at the store card. Pretty sure Frank's got a good chance to come up on me. He was up ahead of me. But I expect to see a lot of minus 9 through 11. That's going to be your typical scores in a lot of brackets, I think. Thank you, guys. Basically, one shot to really improve, and the rest we just got to dial in now. And we should have a good chance at doing well. Now that I've done 2 rounds of expert, I feel a little better about, I'm going to update the guide and we'll put it out. What's going on, RJ? With updated information based on the wins and shots I've actually now gotten a chance to try and stuff. So minus 11, RJ. So stay tuned. Check up the 19th hole for that. Or even better, go ahead and hit that sub button if you haven't. Close, RJ, no. Went a little short on my rough bump for an eagle on 9. Had to take a bunker shot and missed. But that's all right. Yeah, everybody, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. A lot of newcomers today. Very awesome. Please hit that thumbs up before you leave. And I hope to see you in everyone's streams that are in the 19th hole, because everyone there has got something good to share. If you're not a member of the 19th hole, definitely check that out too. Again, thank everyone for coming. Both my other accounts, my pro and my baby expert, have qualified. So all 3 are in the next round. And we'll see you then. Thanks, guys.